So what's my favorite pattern to day trade? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechWit Solutions here with another Whiteboard Wednesday, just like you guys have asked me to do. And what I want to talk about is, yes, I do agree that it's always easier, even if you're an investor or a day trader, to make money when the overall direction is in your favor, right? So an uptrend pattern, if something's consistently showing signs of an uptrend, it is much easier to make money and grow your trading account or your investing account when the overall direction is in your favor. But I don't know if it's just because of the way that I'm wired. I'm not here to say that this is the best or perfect way. This is, in my opinion, one of my favorite patterns to day trade, and this is why I'm making this video. So I hope that throughout this video, you learn something new and I earn your thumbs up. And if I do, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and get right to it. All right, and the example that I want to give you guys is today I made a little bit over $1,100 profit day trading degas. And although natural gas was very bullish on the day, one of the things that I really like to focus on is I really like to identify patterns that are overbought. And I'm just going to explain myself and you let me know in the comment section what you think. So natural gas, if you're part of the Learn Plan Profit group, you would have seen during our morning live trading session that natural gas was bullish, but it was very overbought. We were all waiting for a potential reversal. One of the things that I first want to share with you is, as a day trader, a pattern always comes at some form of risk, right? And one of the risks when it comes down to trading overbought patterns is that it doesn't have to make this reversal. So there are a lot of fake outs. One of the things that we have to understand is just because something is overbought doesn't mean that it has to actually pull back. Another thing is, some of you guys might be asking, well, how do you like to focus on patterns that are overbought and how do you make money when something goes up? Very quick breakdown. I like to focus on natural gas ETNs. So I focus on UGAS and DGAS, meaning that when natural gas goes up, UGAS goes up. But when natural gas is so overbought that it then begins to pull back, so when natural gas pulls back, DGAS goes up. So there's an inverse that goes up when the other goes down. So this is why I find this kind of like pattern to be so effective and so attractive. Again, 100% just my opinion. So because we saw during the morning live trading session that natural gas was so overbought, there's a couple times that I took a position on DGAS, but there's a lot of consolidation on natural gas. I ended up having to cut losses on some of those fake outs, but it's just part of the game, right? But then when we got confirmation that natural gas actually began to sell off and make lower lows, especially if you follow me on TikTok, I just uploaded a video calling out this reversal before it actually happened. Once we got confirmation, the really cool thing that I like about reversals when something is so overbought is that the inverse, as in DGAS, right? So we're going to give the example that this is UGAS. The inverse, which is DGAS, right? This one goes up when natural gas goes down. Once we have confirmation now that UGAS is making lower lows and natural gas is making lower lows, DGAS is then beginning to push up. And the really cool thing that I like about this is that there's a lot of upside margin with very little downside. So this accommodates, the golden ratio that I've talked so many times before, the 3-to-1 or the 5-to-1, meaning that the upside outweighs the downside margin. And again, when it comes down to you being a day trader, you just want to make sure that it meets your criteria, and this is simply mine. So I wanted to give you guys just a very simple breakdown on a whiteboard explaining to you why I find them to be so attractive. I do agree they do come at some form of risk because UGAS could have continued to push up, as anything can always happen, but that is why risk management is so important. So there's nothing wrong with, okay, I see an opportunity because UGAS is super overbought on the day. I'm going to begin to set my alert on DGAS, and if it gets indication of an uptrend, then that is when I begin to add more to my position size. I've talked about position sizes before, especially if you're part of the Learn Plan Profit group. I've talked about the 3 stages of a reversal and how I add more to my position size when we get indication of an uptrend. Because why? Because it's much easier to make money when something is already increasing in value, right? But that's really just it. I wanted to keep it super short and sweet when it comes down to one of my favorite patterns to trade. Again, one of the things out of this overall overbought pattern is that we do need to wait for that overall confirmation, meaning that if we don't have confirmation of, let's say as an example, UGAS actually confirming that it's pulling back, then it really means nothing, because again, just because something is overbought doesn't mean that it has to pull back. And of course, there's many times that I've purchased before confirmation and then I end up just having to cut losses because it just continues to make higher highs. So every trade, every pattern, and every opportunity comes at some form of risk. It is simply your job as a day trader to know how to manage it and to better decide, you know, which trades are actually worth trading. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about these overbought reversals. Is this something that you personally like to pursue? Or if you have a different approach, make sure you share that down in the comment section, because like we've said so many times before, there are so many different ways to still get that same end result, and that's making a profit. There's not one perfect way to approach the overall market, and I just want this to be an overall reminder. So I really hope that we earned your thumbs up. Don't forget to stay connected. If you like the way that I break things down, I upload new videos on YouTube every single day, and we're the largest YouTube channel in the world for those who day trade in the stock market. So make sure that you subscribe and click that first link down below. We have over 278,000 members within our free Facebook group. And again, that's going to be that first link down below. Like always, team, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy.